Welcome to another episode of Salvage 1 Bus Life Adventures. On today's episode, we finally tackle cleaning the bus. It's been a long time coming. We had to tackle the electrical issues, getting it down to the yard, getting it all in place, tearing out the seats, just one thing after another, and finally we are now to the stage where we're cleaning and we can actually see a vision of what the inside of the bus is going to look like, and we can actually start planning what we need to do to get it to pass the MVD process. So join us now in the cleaning, and man, just buckle down because this is going to be nasty, dirty stuff. You will not believe what kids put from their bodies onto the places where they sit. It is disgusting. Alrighty, well, today is Operation Deep Clean. As you can see behind me here, all the seats are finally out. Now it's just all the dirt all along the rails, all along the floor in piles. Got to get all that stuff out, and it's going to be a while, so hopefully this will be last day of cleaning, and then tomorrow we can start doing the minimal build just to get it ready for the MVD. That's where we're at. Wish me luck. Okay, everyone. Been a long day. It's been about three and a half hours since I popped on the camera. And let me tell you, that is a lot of scraping. I see, if you can tell here, all these walls all the way down, all the silver panels, the windowsills, all the stuff in the middle. Let's see, all these things here. The rails across the top, wiped down the ceiling. The only thing I haven't got is the little kick panels. Little kick panels there at the bottom. And the floor itself, that's going to have to be mopped, scraped and mopped. Gum apocalypse. Let me just tell you, the next time your child fails the school year and your school wants to hold them back, far better thing to do is have him show up every day in the summer at the schoolyard and scrape gum off the walls of these buses, off all these walls. Let me tell you. And another thing, this came in handy. See how that over there? This is how I got the gum off the walls. This little thing here acted as a gum scraper. And that was the only way I can get the gum off of there. I'm scrubbing and scrubbing. I even had a crowbar. Had the chisel into the crowbar, rubbing and rubbing, and could not get that gum off of there. I'm sure there's like goo off or something like that. That may have worked, but I didn't have it. What I had was hot water, Clorox, bleach, and some other chemicals that I mixed together. Put some gloves on and just went to town in this bus here. And that was the scraper to get all the gum off. So I wore the tip of that off. But these things are great. Definitely get these when you're cleaning a bus. And when your child screws up in the school year and has to repeat a grade or do summer school or something, suggest to your school the better idea is to have him scrub gum off the walls of these buses, because that was hellacious. Horrible. But I think it's finally done. I got 99.9%, pretty sure. I'm leaving these on. I'm not going to be taking these off. I think I talked about that already. I'm not going to be stripping the whole bus out, the roof, the walls, and tearing up the floor or anything like that, because it was all rust-free Arizona bus. So what I'm going to do is just scrub the hell out of it. Clean it, sanitize it, scrub it again, and just make sure everything is, detoxed. And then build it up from there. Just there's some where the bolts, we had to cut the bolts to get the seats out, and some of them. Another interesting fact, while I'm talking about that, is all the bolts that run down the center aisle. Let me show you there. That run down that center aisle there, and all those bolts there. They were the frame of the bus of this bus. I don't know if it's true for every bus, but the frame of this bus has a center, two pillars that run down the center of the bus. And all those bolts sit right on top of those frame rails. So there's no way to get the bolts out. You cut the heads off, the bolts will drop down 1/4 of an inch. Some of them won't even drop at all because the frame is right there. And that's it. They're stuck. There's no way to get them out. So I'm not sure how they built the bus. They must have put the seats and everything in the body and then lowered the body onto the frame, on the frame rails, and bolted it down. That's the only way they could have done that. They couldn't have put the seats in afterwards because there's no way to get to the bottom bolts once it's on the frame. And so, again, another reason why I'm going to leave the floor intact, because there's no way to get the bolts out. I'm not going to go crazy trying to drill them out or anything like that. So, that's where we're at. Tomorrow is another day. We're going to be back. It's another 70-mile trip up, 70-mile trip back. And tomorrow we'll be doing the kick plates on the sidewalls and then mopping the crap out of the floor and then, Windexing the windows, cleaning everything like that. And then we'll start building. And here we have the scrubbing of the floors. We got the walls and seat rails yesterday. And today we're doing the little kick panels and the rubber flooring. Mopping 2 or 3 times, and then go over it again with a couple buckets of clear water to get it all out, and mop it all up again, final time. And then we can start doing the building. Alright, so Operation Final Clean with Swiffer is taking place. So we're going to Swiffer the whole thing out and get all the little soapy scum and stuff off of there. And we should be done with that. I have already commenced wood cutting procedures. So we need to cut at least the legs 32 inches. So we need 4 of those to start. And then we need various lengths cut for all the other parts. And so that's where we're started. Ciao.